Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. In this video, we'll be giving you tips on budgeting for beginners with a low income. Today, we'll be discussing some tips and tricks to help you manage your money effectively and make the most out of limited resources. Be sure to check the description because we have included a link to a great budget planner that can help you get on the right track to achieve your financial goals. Many people are interested in learning how they can live comfortably on a low income due to inflation and the growing financial independence, retire early movement. Many who are approaching retirement are looking for methods to increase their savings while still leading pleasant lives, including investment ideas. Spending less can help you realize your personal definition of financial success, even if you don't wish to retire early. Here are some suggestions for making budgeting on a small salary, regardless of whether you're working toward debt repayment, earning a meager livelihood, or planning to retire early. Analyze your current budget. You must assess your present spending patterns and attempts at money management before going through budgeting advice. Estimate your monthly take-home salary to start. This can be tracked for you by a budget planner or expense tracker notebook, which can also evaluate your expenditure to manage and monitor your budget in relation to your take-home pay. Your revenue may come from your job, your side business, or any other source you have. Try your best to estimate your monthly take-home pay if you don't have a steady source of income. Next, make a list of all of your fixed expenses. Your rent or mortgage payment, auto payment, utility bills, subscription fees, and any other monthly expenses you have will be included in this category. Now, make a list of your variable expenses. Everything from your stops to Starbucks to shopping trips could be included in this category. Make a list of your monthly savings and investment amounts once you've listed your expenses and income. This includes deposits into your 401k or IRA account. When prioritizing your financial objectives, making sure to account for your overall savings and investment percentages in your budget will help. After you've entered your budget data into a spreadsheet or expense tracker notebook, you can assess where your money is actually going. This is your chance to make changes and identify any areas where you might need to make cuts. Use the 50-30-20 rule as a general guide to decide where your money should be spent. According to this rule, you should devote 50% of your income to basic expenses like housing, food, and utilities, 30% to wants like entertainment and eating out, and the remaining 20% to savings goals like emergency savings and retirement account contributions. After you've made a budget, you should keep an eye on your spending patterns to make sure you're moving in the right direction. Create a budget that works for you. Monitor your credit score. To make the most of your money, it's critical that you monitor your credit score in addition to creating a budget. A higher credit score can result in a better interest rate, which increases your savings potential, especially if you have a low income and must rely more heavily on credit. A favorable interest rate will ultimately lower the amount you pay toward debts like a mortgage or personal loan. A good credit score can assist you in getting better terms on loan products in addition to helping you save money on interest. It's possible that it will increase your housing options and lead to better credit card offers and insurance discounts. Even if your credit isn't the best it can be, you can work to raise it over time. Using a credit monitoring tool is a great way to keep track of and improve your score. Step 1. Prioritize your financial goals. It may be a little more difficult to reach all of your financial goals at once if you have a low income. You don't want to spend money on something only to find that you have run out of money for food this month. That is why it's crucial to prioritize your objectives. You can prosper by doing this even if you have a limited budget. Make a list of all of your financial objectives, then order them by priority and create a budget to support them. Think about opening a savings account so that you can automatically save money based on your spending patterns toward your goals. Set up an emergency fund. Establishing an emergency fund is another thing to think about. The Federal Reserve estimates that nearly 40% of Americans would need to borrow money or sell possessions to be able to cover a $400 emergency expense. You'll feel more at ease and avoid going into debt to cover an emergency expense if you have an emergency fund set aside. If you don't already have one, you should give this financial objective top priority. Step 2. Minimize expenses. You can review your entire budget once you've determined your financial objectives. Review areas where you can reduce spending and expenses by using this as an opportunity. Here are some ideas for cutting your expenses. Lower your bills. Consider which bills you might want to lower or cancel after going over all of your expenses. Then, take the appropriate action. Carpool to work. If you have a coworker who is willing to commute with you, you could save money on gas and car maintenance. Additionally, you might create a connection that wasn't there before. Request a service fee reduction. If you've been a consistent customer, many service providers will lower your service bill. For instance, you might want to speak with your mobile service provider to see if they offer alternatives to your current plan that are less expensive. It's surprising how many businesses are willing to reduce your bill. Reduce the cost of your energy bills. There are many other ways to do this besides negotiating a better deal with your energy provider. All you have to do is get creative. Installing a programmable thermostat or CFL or LED lighting throughout your home are two ways to achieve this. Keep in mind that little adjustments go a long way. Cancel subscriptions for services you no longer use. Do you pay for multiple subscriptions for the same types of apps, such as Spotify or Pandora? It might be a good idea to cancel one if you don't think you need both. Cook the majority of your meals at home. Cooking your meals at home can help you maintain a healthy lifestyle in addition to saving money. The more you prepare, the easier it will be to budget for your grocery expenses. Step 3. Create positive spending habits. You can manage on a low income by developing good spending habits. When you manage your finances well, your money can go a long way. Similarly to this, even if you don't make a lot of money, changing your bad spending habits will help you succeed. For instance, if you go out to eat 5 days a week and spend $10 on each lunch, your minimum annual spending on eating out will be $2,600. This could significantly impact your budget if you're on a low income. You might want to think about packing your lunches instead. You can do this to maintain a healthy lifestyle while saving money. Additionally, you might want to develop the following spending practices. Take your credit card information off of your preferred shopping websites. Your payment information is saved by retailers to make it simpler for you to check out and make purchases. You will have more time to think through each purchase before you overspend if your information is removed. Use the 48 or 24-hour rule. Before making an impulsive purchase, try waiting at least a day or two. Most of the time you'll decide you don't even want the item. Before making a purchase, compare the costs of the items. It's a good idea to compare item prices before you buy anything because there are so many comparison websites available. You can find the best deal for the item you're looking for by comparing prices. Be careful not to shop out of boredom. Some shoppers simply want to pass the time. Instead, try reading a book, going for a stroll, or catching up with an old friend. Use shopping and coupon apps to find deals. You can save money on the items you frequently purchase by using apps like Ibotta and SnipSnap. Who doesn't want to spend less time and money while saving more? Budgeting for a low income doesn't have to feel constricting when learning how to save money. You can live a life of financial freedom and make the most of the money you have available to you by developing positive spending habits. Thank you so much for watching our video on budgeting for beginners with a low income. We hope that you found it informative and helpful. Budgeting can be tough, especially when you're working with a low income, but with the right mindset and a clear plan, you can make the most of limited resources and achieve your financial goals. We know that budgeting is a process and it takes time to see results. But remember, you're not alone in this journey. We're here to support you and offer tips and advice along the way. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. We believe in you and we know that you can do this. So take the first step, start budgeting today, and watch as your financial future starts to take shape. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on budgeting and personal finance. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care.